Sagittarius. I did not check the lunar cycles for today. Probably should have. It's being whack. No, I'm kidding. It was in Leo last night, which I believe transitions into Virgo either today or tomorrow. So at least I know a bit about it. I know Leo was just Mercury just traveled to Leo, and that really brought on like this very fast, very masculine energy, you know, and I'm not talking about male-female masculinity. I mean, you know, just kind of the energy of getting shit done, you know. The divine masculine energy is very active, very organized, very strategic, always, you know, figuring out, it's like almost like playing chess, you know, like kind of figuring out your next move. So, yeah, let's see, what is your energy today, Sagittarius? Don't want to talk, being very quiet. Alright, very pensive energy. But you're gonna talk. Vesica Pisces, divine feminine, birthing and fertility. So this is kind of with the card that follows, the Anunnaki, right? That's, if you notice, it's like two people who are very similar, and their, you know, their perception or perspective is just very different. And I'm seeing that same kind of energy here with the Vesica Pisces. It's like very, like two very different energies of like galaxies or people coming together, and it's like maybe struggling to see eye to eye, or like not really, we'll tap into that a little bit. With the Syrian's B, I say that a lot of your focus is like in your responsibilities and being a grown-up, and like, you know, like maybe too busy for like, or something. With the Merkaba showing up, we have movement, long distance travel, and excitement. With the Flower of Life, we have inspiration on dreams. And with the Gray Short, we have timid, misunderstood, and shy. That's hard to believe for Sagittarius, but that could be also the energy of somebody that you're dealing with. With the Merkaba and the Flower of Life here, I see this energy of being like very motivated or driven towards moving in a certain direction. Feeling like it's almost like after having no direction, it's like things kind of coming into place. You know, that's the energy of the Flower of Life, is that everything kind of falls where it's supposed to. Every petal blooms when it's meant to. So I'm going to clear the board of all of the oracles real fast so I could do your tarot. So right off the bat with the Three of Swords in reverse, I see this energy of like healing, or like emotionally recovering from something that was hard. Could be even, I'm hearing emotionally traumatic. With the Six of Pentacles in reverse here, I see that you're very independent. You don't want to feel like you rely on other people. You want to, you know, and I feel like it's also kind of like a defense mechanism. because you feel like people that you've relied on in the past failed you in some way, or like you felt like you couldn't really rely on them for certain things. So there's this energy of like, if I can attain it for myself, I will. Right when I saw this this card, that song by the Killers came to mind, that I'm coming out of my cage, da, 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 da. You know, but yeah, with the Hermit card here, Virgo energy showing up, I do see this energy of, you know, really like deeply, this is that pensive energy again. It's like thinking very deeply, really taking time to really be with yourself and assess, you know, your situation or your life or whatever. We have the Three of Pentacles, which tells me that you have strong friendships. You've got a good, solid support group. Like, if this is in regards to, like, people you work with, I feel like this is, like, you know, you might be focused on, like, a work connection, or, like, and it doesn't have to be romantic, right? Like, I'm seeing work with the Pentacles. But it's like a coworker kind of energy with the Three of Pentacles. And so I feel like you could be focused on, like, something to do with a coworker. With the Empress here, Aries energy. It's the energy of, like, being very creative. It's that divine feminine energy showing up again. So you yourself could be a divine feminine, whether you're male or female. Like, some of the most masculine men in the world are divine feminines, and it's because they tap into their creativity, their innovation. You know, they're very driven. They feel a sense of purpose, or, like, you know, their creations become their, or like their babies, you know. Ten of Swords in reverse. This is like rebirth energy after feeling defeated or betrayed, or something of that nature. If you notice, with it being in the upright, sorry. I'm a bit verbally dyslexic. But yeah, with the Ten of Swords in the upright, you see a man there with, like, all these swords sticking out of him. He's definitely dead, you know, feeling defeated. And with that being in reverse, it's like kind of that rebirth, right? That resurrection kind of energy. Six of Wands in reverse. This is the energy of somebody feeling like a little unseen or under-acknowledged. This could be you or somebody that you're dealing with. Interesting. So we have the Eight of Swords, right? This is the card of self-imprisonment. Imprisonment in a sense of deceit, right? Because if you notice, she's got, like, this blindfold on. She's all bound up. She's got all these swords around her. She looks like a damsel in distress, right? But if you notice, nobody is fucking holding her there, right? Like, this is a self-imposed prison. She's actually safer in there, right? surrounded by all these weapons. And if she's, you know, if this is a self-imposed prison, then she knows she can just, like, go free herself real fast with all those swords around her. You know, take the blindfold off. But the Eight of Swords also talks about that blindfold aspect, right? Where there's something that you might not see coming. With the moon, this is very fast. This is like something coming to light here. It's Pisces energy. And these zodiacs don't necessarily have to pertain to your reading in that way. Like, I'm not saying, oh, Pisces is going to show up or whatever. I'm saying this is the energy that you could be sitting in. So therefore, it's like, because you're in the energy of discovery, right? So, and if you have Pisces in your natal chart anywhere, that could be the sign that you're most exhibiting at this time, or at the phase of which that card comes up. Because following that is the double card, Capricorn energy, which I actually like. It's partially because, like, half of my chart is Capricorn, and I think the goats are fantastic. But with the moon here, seeing something for what it is, and the devil card showing up, it's like you could be seeing somebody for what they are, like, in that regard, or like seeing somebody as like not being good or good for you, or being like a negative influence or something of that. This could also be like addiction coming to light. This could be obsession coming to light. This could be all kinds of things, right? And if you notice, the devil is kind of standing there, and he's got these two bound, right? And they're the lovers. And so it's almost like this energy of, like, you know, like, if love is part of this, you could be seeing, like, if you're in a relationship, feeling, like, emotionally distant, or, like, you don't feel like you can get that close with your partner. If you're not in a relationship, you could feel like something is, like, holding you away from something that you want. Whatever the case is, I'm going to clarify, kind of get a little bit more details on that. We have the King of Swords with the Two of Pentacles in reverse. Somebody here is very decisive, and this is not your energy. You showed up as the Empress in that Divine Feminine energy. This King of Swords is a different energy. This could be male or female. Doesn't necessarily, like I said before, gender is not really a thing like that in tarot. So, King of Swords, though, represents somebody who's kind of abrasive. Right? Somebody who's not afraid to, like, cut through some bullshit, right? If you look at his stance, it's, like, kind of this resilient kind of energy. This, like, oh, I dare you to cross a boundary, you know? And I really respect that. Even though he's got his sword in his hand, he's like, I'm ready. But I'm, you know, also in this stance of, like, whatever. With Two of Pentacles in reverse, it's like this person has made up their mind, right? Like, this is very sharp, very cold energy with it being the King of Air, right? It could be a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Could not be. I don't know. But it's somebody who's definitely exhibiting those traits at this time. Somebody who's kind of like, nah, I'm the cutoff queen, king, whatever. And so it's like, yeah. I just noticed there's like two angels behind him, right? Like in each corner. So it's kind of like this person is like divinely guided. This is somebody who like has like a spiritual squad. Like it's kind of that come at me bro energy, you know? Okay, so what are you discovering in regards to this person? You might find them as like kind of cold or distant or whatever. They could be a Gemini with the card that's coming out, the Lovers in reverse. Or it could just be a lover in reverse. This could be somebody that you're kind of like, I feel like the discovery here, you know, taking the blindfold off, seeing a situation for what it is, and the moon, something coming to light. Somebody could be wanting to break up, you know, with the Lovers in reverse. With the Five of Cups, this is like emotional disappointment. This is like looking at all these cups that you filled, all the efforts, all the time, all the everything, and feeling so far away from, you know, what you once had. Because if you look at that castle in the background, that's like everything, right? Feeling like you had everything, and now you're just kind of like at a loss, like something just didn't work out. Okay, so what is your advice from Spirit? It's like somebody made up their mind. Somebody was like, very, like, no, done. You know, put the energy where it belongs. But I'm reading it from seeing you first come out as the Empress. So, you know, you could be the King of Swords. Either way. We have the Taurus energy coming out, the Hierophant. This is kind of that energy, like if you notice, he's got the keys to the castle here. And there's like two guys bowing in front of him. He's got like a lamb in his lap. Looks like a real douche. But, you know, so basically, this is somebody that kind of looks at others as like inferiors. That's kind of, you know, like the energy I'm seeing in this card, or somebody who like sees himself in a superior light. This could also be the energy of learning and growing and establishing themselves, or thinking that maybe they're just too good for a certain situation also. Take it as it resonates. The Sun came out in reverse, Leo energy. What's interesting about that is there's no reverse meaning for the Sun card. It's the best card in the deck for that reason. The Sun card represents like getting over this like wall, right? And like being able to find your abundance and your happiness, and like not to everyone, like money's cool, yeah, whatever. Also, when I talk about abundance in here, I'm talking about like fulfillment on the inside, right? So that's abundant in a whole different realm, right? Like you're showing up as the Empress. I don't think that money is like a problem for you, right? Especially with the Hierophant coming out, like that's very like established energy. I don't think that's the kind of abundance that you're moving toward. You're moving towards like a time of feeling like in the light a little bit. Like the Sun is a star, you know? And if you ever catch yourself surrounded by darkness, this is like an analogy I heard somewhere. I don't remember where. I smoke way too much weed to remember shit. But, if you ever feel like you're surrounded by darkness, well, just remember, like, that's kind of a star's job, you know? Like, you are surrounded by darkness, and it's your job to emit the light. And just like our eyeballs, you know, they could be the dopest eyeballs in the world, and we'd never be able to just sit there and look at them without a mirror, you know, like, but like, you know, just for the metaphor's sake, like imagine mirrors don't exist, or there's no way to see your own eyes. Like if you're just like a primal being before all this technological advancement, like, you know, in the same way your eyes could never see your own eyes, like a star could never see itself. So it's like, though you might feel consumed by darkness, you're actually like shining pretty brightly. We you have the Ten of Wands showing up here, and this is like really, this is your advice. It's like saying that you need to let go of the burden, right? Let go of the things that like hold you up on your path, that weigh you down. Because he's trying to get to that tower, right? And that in itself is kind of like, like he's walking straight toward another tower moment, right? And that's never good. Think of 9/11 when you think of the tower, you know, like, he's like walking straight towards that, and he's not even like just strutting. He's got to carry this huge burden with him on the way, you know, and it's like, you have an opportunity here to drop that and to move in a new direction, a direction that like avoids like this tower moment. And I feel like that's kind of where this Ten of Wands shows up, almost like a warning. It's like, you know, if there's a behavior or like a situation or a job or whatever that's like become more of a burden than like adding value to your life, then, you know, it's time to change that up. And also, like, the only way to get different outcomes in life is to change everything, right? If you hate everything about life, right? You hate it all. You're over it. You're done. You're like, ugh. Once you get to that point, that's like the best point you could be at, because like, because you get to really, like, change things. You get to go in a new direction. You get to be like, is this really the road that I'm going to take? Is this really the road that I'm going to wander down? Like, you know, does this really feel good to me? Does it feed my soul? Is this, you know, something that's become more of a burden than a pleasure? With the Lovers in reverse, it feels like it could be a relationship, situationship. But it could also be in other ways, you know, but this is, Ten of Wands is the ending of a karmic cycle. Ace of Swords in reverse, like, I feel like that's something that needs to be done before a certain action is taken. What action? The Star. Elaborate. Queen of Wands. So I think before you take action towards somebody new or a new opportunity, the Star card is the Aquarius card, right? And you did have the King of Swords show up. So it's kind of like saying before you take action towards an Aquarius, or like, but I love that the Star card came out, because I was really feeling that energy that like you needed to know, like if you ever feel consumed by darkness, it's because you are the light. With the Queen of Wands, she's the Queen of Illumination, Queen of Fire. And that's your energy, right? That fire sign energy, that Sagittarius. And, you know, showing up as the Queen of Wands and the Empress, this is like really powerful energy. This is you standing in your power. This is you not succumbing to other people kind of telling you what to do. You know, this is like very independent, very strong. The Queen of Wands is also one of the most envied of the deck, because she's the queen of like abundance, right? And you see all the flowers around her, that represents abundance. So I like to keep flowers around me, because I feel like that's, you know, kind of a spiritual thing. But yeah, I feel like there's something that you gotta let go of on your path before you pursue something. So let me pull some Kali cards for you. Anahata Kali. Your heart cannot be contained or constrained by what has taken place in your life. Your heart wisdom and empowerment is growing, and soon you shall have the wisdom and courage to accomplish something significant to your soul journey. Trust in the invisible workings of divine love in your life. Let your heart be at peace as it guides you onward. The song, Everything Will Be Alright by The Killers is coming to mind. Blue Tara. Chaos will give way to the higher order of love. Let there be peace in your heart. It's saying the same fucking thing. As Blue Tara looks to her right, gazing toward the future, she sees a vision of your peaceful, protected, and authentically expressive future. You have every right to feel hopeful, happy, and secure in the destiny now unfolding for you. Especially having the star, the sun, the Empress, and the Queen of Wands all showing up. This is like one of the most positive omens I've seen. You're getting all the best cards, dog. So like, you know, even if you catch yourself in a hiccup on the road, just like, know, like, shit's gonna be fine. You got this. You good. But yeah, that's pretty much what I have for you. Namaste. I love you guys, and I'll catch you later.